Hey, fish already, right there. Right there. Wow, that just got really exciting, Shelby. We got him. Look at that. Just T-boning that shad dancer. I mean.
First walleye, river walleye today.
What is going on, guys? Today we are back with another video, and we got the whole family out, me, Shelby, Stella, and Surly, and we're a couple of hours from home today. We're doing some big river fishing today. We're down here in the St. Croix River, and yeah, we're gonna be fishing some walleyes today. It's been a minute since we fished a river, and I absolutely love fishing rivers. They're challenging, they're different than, you know, what I do mostly every day, which is fish large lakes. Got back from Devil's Lake just a day ago, and now we're down here doing some river fishing. And I was actually down here yesterday. We shot some stuff for some future video type things, and today we're hoping to kind of walk you guys through a pattern that is generally pretty productive on a lot of these large river systems this time of year, and that's pulling crankbaits on some of the deeper structure, deeper points, deeper channel edges, deeper pieces of structure. And hopefully the goal is today to catch a whole bunch of nice walleyes. And this river is kind of notorious, I think, for a lot of nice eater sized fish, and there's like nobody out here fishing this time of year, which is kind of crazy. I've done this in the fall. I have very little experience doing this in the summertime, but I think we can make it work just on some different pieces of structure and some different depth zones. So classic river fishing scenario, we're gonna catch 100 different kinds of fish.
I can't wait.
And Shelby's excited to catch catfish, sheep's head, white bass. White bass. We might get we'll probably get a smallmouth in the mix.
Okay.
We'll probably get, what else did we catch yesterday? Sauger. You ever caught a sauger before?
Yeah.
You've caught a sauger before? Where?
Mississippi.
Oh, in the Mississippi River. Yeah, you did actually catch a sauger before. And a sheep's head before. But yeah, the goal is today to hopefully catch just a whole bunch of walleyes out here in the river and kind of break it down for you guys. Anytime you're fishing this close to like a massive metropolitan area, it's kind of cool to see a bite, I guess, where you can come out and just still do, you know, really well on a lot of eater-sized fish. So that's the goal today. Lake rivers, they're always changing. Everything's always different, so it might take us a little bit to kind of break some stuff down. But for now, we're going to get some crankbaits going. We have just an absolutely magical crankbait that is just catching absolutely everything right now. So we'll inform you guys on that a little bit later. But for now, we're gonna set some lines, get trolling, and hopefully catch a whole bunch of river walleyes. Hey, fish already, right there. Right there. Hooked up, fish on, as we're setting up. Number one of the day. Now, I'd be just tickled if this was a walleye shelbster, but knowing the river, this could be one of about 97 species. That one just got thumped too. When you're fishing around this much like biomass of different kind of fish, there's just no saying. We're also going kind of fast, Shelby. We're going like 2 1/4 right now, but it might be heavy because it might be a sheep's head right hooked in the dome. You know what I'm saying? Although it's not doing much. Like, it could be a walleye. You know, a lot of times you can tell you kind of hook a fish like in the head, and it almost like circles, you know, or you can tell the fight's different. Where when you hook one like more so in the mouth, they kind of fight. You feel it, the head shakes are a lot different. What are you thinking, Shelby? Got our first walleye and or sauger of the day. I hope we do.
Yeah, I think we might.
I sure hope we do, Shelbster. I'd be very happy if you caught me a nice walleye right off the bat.
Well, I'm not really doing anything.
Gorgeous day out. My gosh, is it gorgeous out. Not too hot yet. It's like 70 degrees for the high. Whoa, that one just got really crushed. That was probably not a walleye. Probably not a walleye. What do you had for footage? 70 back, huh? Well, some potential here for a good Walter. Coming through, just huge balls of bait, huge balls of rough fish, bunch of walleyes in the area. There's just a lot of life right here right now. You might already have a catfish, Shelby, I don't know. Wouldn't that be something if you just already caught a catfish? Oh, it's a really nice walleye. Wow. It's a really good one. Yeah. Slow, keep them low. Wow, that just got really exciting, Shelby. We got him. Look at that, dude. Right away, we got a nice river walleye. Man, dude. I was not expecting that. Yesterday, like I said, yesterday we played around a little bit out here. And it was a bunch of like eater-sized fish. And Look at that one, Shelby. That's a super nice one to get things going right there. Wow. And we are trolling the most deadly river crankbait I have ever seen in my entire life on the Mississippi River or the St. Croix River, anywhere where you got this little kind of dirtiness to the water. This is a number 5 Rapala Shad Dancer in Fire Craw. This bait is absolutely lethal.
Look at that first walleye, river walleye today. Beauty!
Wow, what a way to start. Stud walleye right there. I mean, they definitely get bigger, obviously, but that's the way you want to start. I thought we had like a catfish or something on, Shelby. All right, another fish on. Literally just let that first walleye go. Sent the same rod back out and it caught another fish. And yes, we have the same bait on 3 different rods. I'm not gonna fight it though. I may not be the smartest tool in the shed, but I'm not gonna fight.
Hey, it's working. Ooh, it just surfaced.
Oh, did it surface already?
Yep.
Oh.
It's not a walleye.
Not a walleye, huh? Well, that's gonna happen. We're gonna catch, in fact, I would assume we will catch mostly not walleyes today. That would be my assumption. Actually, it is a walleye, Shelby.
Oh, is it just
Yeah,
small?
keep them coming. It's not even that small. It's a nice eater one, I think. Keep them skirting. Look at that, 2 walleyes in a row, Shelby. These are the ones that everybody's after. So don't make fun of these guys. Look at that.
Oh, that's not bad.
Beautiful 16-incher right there, Shelby.
Yeah,
That's
I didn't realize.
absolutely the fish that everybody's after out here. And catching these eaters, that bait is just so deadly. I thought we had another one get popped already. Look at that. Just T-boning that Shad Dancer. I mean, man, my gosh, dude. I don't know if, I'm not a big color guy, so I play around with colors, you know, a little bit, but I mean, obviously I'm not stupid, so if one bait just continuously gets popped over and over and over and you run the same body design, same everything, and then it's just apparently the color, you know, that is just one of those scenarios. I've seen it so many times on river systems. Look at that beautiful walleye right there, where that fire craw color, whatever you want to call it, is just, it's just insane, the difference. I made a trip one time this spring to the Mississippi where we probably caught like, you know, 75 fish, and we caught 1 of those 75 on a bait other than that bait. Unbelievable. All right, so we're just dropping another rod back here, and we're running, like I said, we're in border waters today, border Wisconsin, Minnesota, so you can run 2 lines per angler. We got 4 rods. Stella's just smashing into all of them every time she walks around the boat. But our setup is we're running longer rods, 11.5 footers on our outside rods, and then we're just keeping everything down, no planer boards. So we're fluctuating in depth a lot. And the nice part about keeping stuff all on down rods like this is if you did put something on a planer board and sent it back 130 and it was down there 27 feet of water, and then all of a sudden you bumped up into 22, well, that bait's just gonna be dragging around. And you know, running everything down keeps everything real clean like this. We can fluctuate the depths as we go, and kind of go, you know, so on and so forth. Inside rods, these 5'3", Two Brothers Innovation rods, and I'll link the rods down below. But that's kind of our setup. You know, if you're new to lead coring, it's super simple. And generally, what you're trying to do is obviously get close to the bottom. So all you really do to learn the dive curve with lead core, get going the speed you want to troll. We're going 2 1/4 today. Send it back there until it starts hitting bottom, and then just pick it up a real turn. And you know, you can just kind of set all of your rods about like that, and then, you know, obviously you'll start patterning that. And today, you know, we're sending a lot of stuff back like 120 to 140, and we're putting a lot of stuff down like 23 to 26 feet of water, and just taking that bottom or just coming just off. It seems like a lot of times on your river systems, I like taking bottom just once in a while. Now what you don't want is this rod to just every, you know, quarter second just be smashing into the bottom, because that's more like dragging the bottom. What you want to see it doing is just that rod tip, ding, and then just to deflect once in a while, something like that. If it's dragging, you know, a lot of times all you got to do is just pick up line like that, and you know, then you're kind of right in the sweet spot again there. So this is kind of our spread, and basically what we're doing is we're taking a lot of the big structures that are out here, and we're kind of trolling just outside around the perimeter, right before a lot of these spots break out. So the river is actually relatively deep for the most part. So what we're doing is generally a lot of these big spots, where it's a big point, a big hump complex that drops out to the channel, wherever that current comes into that piece of structure, you get a ledge. And generally what I mean by that is they might be 20 feet, 21 feet, 22 feet, 27 feet, boom, 40 feet. Right where that current's coming in, that's the lip we're running with our baits, keeping them right down close to bottom, banging into that hard bottom stuff. And this is kind of what the stuff we're looking for right here. So, you know, kind of duplicating something like this on your body of water, your river system, whether that's a big river like this or a smaller river, is generally a productive way to fish in the middle of summer, just like everywhere. You know, a lot of lakes, most lakes, you know, fish have this progression where they start shallow, go deep in the middle of summer, and then come back to shallow in the fall. Same thing, no different with rivers. And we're just fishing some of these deeper structures this time of year, pulling a bunch of crankbaits right by these fish that are hanging out on these ledges.
Oh.
Fish, yep.
No.
Still on. You got him. That's kind of like the hot rod, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
They all got the same bait on, but that one's just producing. What do you think, Shelbster? Is it a walleye?
I don't know.
Just say yes for me. Just say it's a walleye.
Yes.
Heck yeah, dude. We got another walleye on here. Actually, it is a walleye, Shelbster. Yeah. It is a walleye. Yes. You knew immediately it was a walleye. Man, you are just on the crank. Keep skiing them in, girl. Keep them coming. This is just absolutely what this pattern's about right here. Nice walleye. There we go, dude.
Oh, yeah.
That is just the bread and butter of this system right there. And another nice walleye right there. Man.
On 'em, baby.
We are on them. We were just kind of talking. It's always crazy when, you know, you come to a place that's so close to just like a population like this, and there's fishing this good right next door to it. And there's like nobody out here doing this right now, but I'm sure it is kind of a well-known thing. I'm gonna show your fish off, Shelby. There we go. And those are the ones that everybody's probably coming out here fishing for. Stelly likes them. 16.5-inch, nice, healthy, super stocky river keepers out here. If you were eating them, that'd be a great one right there. We'll let them go, but there we go. We're on them, babe. We're on them. And our ratio's like, we got 4 walleyes, and I think we only got like 2 sheep's heads so far. That's not too bad, is it? They are absolutely chewing that fire craw. Send it back out. We're in 29, so send them 140 back.
Oh, baby.
All right, we're hooked up. Another one. Just let big old Mr. Sturgeon go. And for whatever reason, our bite kind of slowed down, and I actually just went to a regular SR5 on there and kind of a crawdad pattern. And actually it got whacked twice right before this fish. I'm thinking we probably got a nice walleye here, Shelby. What do you think?
Yeah.
Feeling walleye-esque?
Yep.
No more sturgeon. The sturgeon party's over.
For now.
And a lot of times throughout the day, you know, especially when you're trolling, tweaking your baits, tweaking your depths you're running in, either to follow those fish or making a lot of these little adjustments is kind of what catches you a lot of fish. There's kind of a lot of times the difference between an average day and a good day. I'm saying definitely walleye, huh? Like a nice one, probably. Yeah, we might have to get another one of those little shad wraps on here. Oh yeah, nice walleye coming in. I'm just gonna grab them. There we go. Shelbster. About a 15-incher right there. I actually just switched out to that color right there. Like we were saying, these are just kind of the bread and butter fish which we were planning on catching today. And just tons of them out here on the river. And it's kind of a fun pattern, you know. It's definitely a good mix-up from what I normally do every day. Like I said, not big one right there, but if you're eating fish, those are the ones you're after right there. We'll let that guy go. And let the old shad rat back out and do it again. All right, what are we running for baits out here, pulling them on lead core? You know, in the summer months when the water is warm like this, I really keep it pretty simple. There's kind of 2 baits I have a ton of confidence in. And the number one, hands down, and we've been fishing this in river systems every time we've gone to them this year, is the Rapala Shad Dancer in a size 5. If you can find that bait and you're a river fisherman in this kind of fire craw pattern, absolutely buy it. Deadly. And I've seen this thing like outproduce everything else like tenfold on many days for whatever reason. And the shad dancers, they're kind of a, they almost remind me like a Salmore Hornet, except because they're real kind of slappy and knocky, except these baits have a lot more walk to them, especially because we're trolling pretty quick today, you know, 2.25 miles an hour. These baits have a lot of erratic, they'll kick out to the side and come back to center, kick out to the side, come back to center, just because that bill's like that, and then they're a balsa made bait. I believe they're balsa, they gotta be balsa. And you know, that's kind of absolutely one of my favorites. Like I said, that's in the size 5. You could fish these up shallow. We did in the Mississippi River. We were fishing in like 3 to 10 feet of water, catching a ton of fish. You can put them on lead core and they're super productive, and fish them down 27 like we are today. And some of the other baits we've been having success on, obviously shad wraps. And most of the time when I'm, for whatever reason, when I'm fishing a lot of river systems in the middle of summer, I like the more shad bodied baits. And you know, as that goes into the spring, it might be more of a suspending minnow bait. Into the late fall, it might be a suspending minnow bait. This time of year, I really just like a lot of these shad bodied baits. You know, your SR5s, that one's been catching fish today, kind of that bleeding crayfish color. Here's another one that's been catching fish in like the SR6, I believe, shad wrap size 6, kind of that bleeding olive looking color. Always shad wraps are always a killer on lead core in a lot of these river systems, it seems like. And then if the fish wants something a little bit knockier, a little bit louder, a little bit sloppier, you know, the jointed shad wrap, something like that right there has been catching fish. And we played with this a bunch yesterday and caught some fish on this as well. Seems like overall, and I've seen this story play out like this 100 times on these river systems, that bait's just too productive, and we got it on 3 of our 4 rods right now. Border water, so we're limited to 2 rods. So that's kind of the baits we're using, and that's how we're catching a lot of these fish today. That one got smashed on the inside 5-footer. What are you guessing?
Walleye.
You thinking walleye? Oh, heck yeah, dude, heck yes. I'm hoping so, Shelby.
It could just be an eater. Coming up, though.
Yeah, he's coming up real fast.
Yeah.
But sometimes the walleyes seem to do that too. As long as it doesn't start going like this on the surface, you know.
We'll know soon enough.
I think you do got a walleye the way it's coming sideways. Oh yeah, it's a nice walleye. It's a nice walleye, Shelby. Heck yeah, dude. That one came on. Another one on the old magic lure. The old fire craw. Keep them coming, babe. Keep them coming. A lot of pressure. Whenever you're on a new body of water and you're catching fish and getting a video, it's like, even like the 18 inches, it's like, oh, so much pressure, so much pressure. Keep them coming, Shelby. Keep them coming, keep them coming. That's what I like to see. Dude, they are just smashing that fire craw today. Ski them right in. Look at that, Shelby. There's a nice fish, isn't it? Yeah, it is.
Came right off.
Man, just a system that's loaded with these fish, and a super cool pattern. You know, it's not like we're just constantly trolling the same depth. We're going up and down in the water column, kind of 20 feet out to 28 feet, moving the baits around, and super fun way to fish. And that is an angry river walleye there, Shelbster.
Hey guys, killing it out here. I love river fishing, and I've been wanting to do more of it, and it's been a successful day. Caught a bunch of different things, even though Tom would rather just call it
Highlight of the day for you though, so far.
Sturgeon.
Big old sturgeon. All right, let that beautiful little 18-incher go. We're getting it done, baby. Getting it done. Nice and healthy.
Yep.
Oh yeah, just keep their head into the current.
There he goes.
Boom. Away they go. Good work. Heck yeah, dude. Getting it. That one absolutely smashed that bait.
Yeah.
All right, well that is gonna do it for us today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. I always enjoy coming to new destinations like this. I've been here a couple times before. Been here a lot of times muskie fishing, couple times walleye fishing last October and November. Never in the middle of summer walleye fishing. So anytime you can kind of come out, put a planter together on a new body of water, absolutely a ton of fun. And I love fishing rivers because it kind of gets me out of knowing too much. I feel like when I go fish natural lakes, I have too many preconceived ideas of where the fish should be and what they should bite. We're out here here, you know, it's always fun to kind of put it together from scratch. Fished a little bit yesterday, caught some fish. Fished a little bit in the middle of the day today, caught some fish. Not a ton of walleyes, but super fun bite and super productive way to fish. Like I said, lead core pretty much catches fish no matter where you're going to go in the summer, and definitely keep it out if you're a big river guy or just a river fisherman in general. Pulling cranks on lead core, a lot of deep structure, classic late summer pattern. So I appreciate you guys watching this video. If you guys are not yet, please subscribe. Stay tuned for more content. We'll see you next time.